Welcome back to Learn Economy. In this video, we'll be trying to understand the difference between the absolute poverty and relative poverty. We know that this kind of difference plays a very important role, especially when we deal with developing countries and all. Okay. So first of all, before understanding the difference between absolute poverty and relative poverty, it's very important to understand what poverty is. So poverty is actually measured in different ways by different governments or international organizations or policy makers or practitioners. But poverty is mainly understood as multidimensional because it comprises of social aspect, national aspect, economic aspects, etc. Because it is really a mix of different factors or different aspects. So the capabilities approach also argue that the capturing the perception of poor people is very much fundamental in understanding and measuring poverty. So different people try to understand poverty by considering different angles. So different people look poverty from different angles, and they say that, and altogether we could see that it is very important to go for a multidisciplinary approach in order to understand a very much comprehensive view of what poverty is. This is what is understood by the studies conducted by different international organizations as well. Okay, so having said so, let's understand the difference between absolute and relative poverty. When measured, poverty can be absolute or relative. That is what we could understand. Absolute poverty is actually a set of standard which is consistent over time, and this is consistent over time between countries. If for instance, you could see that an absolute measurement would be a percentage of population eating less food than what is required to sustain the human body. For we know the poverty line cutoffs in rural areas and urban areas. So this is actually understood in terms of absolute poverty. Now, coming into relative poverty, this on the other hand views poverty as socially defined and dependent on the social context. The relative measurement of poverty is to compare the total wealth of the poorest 1/3 of the population with that of the richest 1% of the population. And in here, the number of people counted as poor would increase while their income rises. That's the thing. Now, both absolute as well as relative poverty measures are usually based on a person's yearly income, and it is frequently taken to take no account of the total wealth of the person. So, even if a person earns less but he has got plenty of wealth, that person is considered to be poor. Whereas if a person has no wealth but he is earning high, I mean his income, if it is high, that person is considered to be rich. That's the case. So some people actually argue that this ignores a key component of economic well-being. Major developments in research in this particular arena actually suggest that standard one-dimensional measure of poverty based on wealth or income or calorie consumption is something that is lacking or deficient, because it ignores the other side of the coin, or it ignores all the other aspects of measuring poverty. So it is very much subjective, or partially could say that. So this is mainly because poverty often involves the deprived on several fronts. You cannot say that if a person is actually lacking pure good drinking water, that you can say that the person is in poverty with respect to his access to clean drinking water. And that doesn't mean that if, the person might be having good income and all, but this can be one of the situations, right? So if you are looking for the measurement of poverty, it's very important to go for a multidisciplinary approach to take into consideration the economic aspect, social aspect, and different aspects, so as to have a comprehensive view of poverty. So that's all for today's video. Please like, share and subscribe this channel for more videos, and thank you for watching.